Next here I have Nflx. Now Nflx did not close as a hammer candle, however it did close in a very bullish continuation pattern. Now the first thing I'm going to go over here is a daily chart. You can see this red line here is the 50-day simple moving average. The last time it came down and tested it, we had a considerable bounce back up to make some new all-time highs. Now we're back at the same level, this 50-day moving average, at actually a higher point, so you can assume we're actually going to at least test these all-time highs, or at least move up and come close to it. Now with that in mind, there is a catalyst next week, which is the earnings on April 17th. The options market are pricing in about a $12 move at the moment for those earnings. Now on the daily chart, you can see where participants come into play and where price does have a little bit of confusion, and then it decides on which way it's going to go. You look back over here, when price action was happening right around all these moving averages, you eventually had a decent push up. Now what's happening right here, it's got squeezed, and you had another push up to new all-time highs. Now it's happened here for a third time, and just once again, you can assume that it's going to push up and at least test these all-time highs again. Now over here on the intraday time frame, this is the 5-minute chart. The bullish continuation pattern I'm referring to is a bull flag. You've got this trend line resistance up here. To go with that, you can draw a channel so you can see where price may travel tomorrow. What I'll be watching for is a break above this 144.16-ish area. Now you can go ahead and throw that on the chart. Alright, now you're going to have a lot of participants coming in tomorrow, and some of those participants are going to be Fibonacci traders. So let's draw that line on here and go over fibs real quick. When you draw these, you want to go from price extremes. That way there's no guessing. You're not going from somewhere where you think price started to move. Just go from the extremes. That way the knives are defined. There's no room for guessing or anything like that, and just stay consistent with it. Now, where you see there's going to be a lot of activity is probably going to be around this 143.34, 143.30 area for several reasons. Any shorts that may be in this move will likely cover right there, not only because of this trend line, but because of that Fibonacci level. There's also the VWAP that would be coming up, depending on how price opens, probably to about the same area as well. So you're going to have at least 3 groups of participants right here trying to buy. Now market makers may know that, so they may go ahead and just push price up and gap it up in the morning. We'll see what happens. If that does happen, I'll reevaluate for a possible pullback entry to this 144.60 area and see what happens from there. But I do expect a considerable amount of participants in the trade tomorrow. Right here, if it does come down to here, I'll go ahead and throw my other notes on here. I'll be looking for some support entries right around there, and ultimately my stop would be down here. And if it does break below here, I will reevaluate lower at one of these lower Fibonacci levels. I don't see it. I don't expect it to come all the way back down here to 141.25, just for the simple fact that there's so much volume in the move that was here. Now, this being a bull flag, there is a measured move. If it does break out, the measured move would go from about 141.20 to 144.66 is $3.40. So anywhere you can identify significant buying and volume come in that starts another trend outside of this level, you can add that $3.40 to whatever that price is to give you a rough estimate of where price action may go. So my target, with that said, is actually going to be up here around 147. And that should be it. Good luck.